We can do it like this all day, hey, don't stop. Inhibitions run away, hey, don't stop. Let a bug hit windshield, scrape those off. My team running up big hills. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Slaaap Haaapy. On this episode, I'm going to be talking to and interviewing Melbourne-based rapper, hip-hop artist, and songwriter Kyso. He's one of the loveliest guys that I've met since moving down here to Melbourne. When I see him at shows, it's always love, and I was so thankful to finally get him on the show. We'd been planning it for a while, didn't quite happen, but we finally got there, and this is that conversation. I feel like Kyso is only at the beginning of his journey. Even though he's been doing it for a minute, I feel like this guy has only really just scratched the surface as far as like his potential as a singer, songwriter, and creator, and I'm excited to see what happens next. If you like this conversation or you like any of my podcasts, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this content, whatever you got to do. Anything like that really does help support me creating this content. So if you want to help me, if you want to support me, if you like what I do, please share it, get behind it in some way, shape or form. Anyway, we'll jump into the conversation now. Hope you like it. This is Kyso. Let's go.
And we're live. And we're live for another episode of Slaaap Haaapy. That's right, people. We're here. We're doing it. And today, I'm here with Melbourne-based rapper and artist Kyso, whose international sound defies any one genre, blending elements of rap, R&B, and pop. He's already played at the landmark Australian music festival Beyond the Valley, received national airplay from Triple J, and found himself on Spotify's New Music Friday, all off the back of a steady string of singles, including fan favourites Blue and Feel Your Love. His new EP, Before I Run, dropped 1 month ago, and it features a host of collaborations with some of Melbourne's most talented creatives to produce, I think, his best work and strongest work yet. A success that was capped off with his first ever headline show at Bad Decisions earlier this month. Ladies and gentlemen, make him feel welcome. This is Kyso.
Yo, what's going on? Thank you for that. That was really nice.
All right, cool. Now we've got now everyone knows who I'm dealing with. Everyone knows who the man is across from me. How's it feel to be here?
Feels good. About time.
Yeah.
We made it. We're finally here.
I actually wrote this. I said, thank you for being patient with me. Yeah. I wrote that in my notes.
No, it's okay. We're here. That's all that matters.
I told you that we'd get here. I told you that. Yeah. It's just funny. Like, look, I know how because we've talked about it behind the scenes, like how that feeling that, you felt, and I completely am empathetic of it because I felt that shit very, very many times in my life.
Yeah.
And it just sucked because basically a lot of it was really, really interesting timing. Like I would be like, all right, I'm about to free some time up, and then someone would come into town that was only going to be in town for like a day or two, and I'd be like, all right, well, I got to fucking make that happen, because if I don't get that one done, and then certain things like that just kept popping up where I was like, yeah, there was like a little bit of like me being lazy, but there was a lot of like timing things not really lining up, but the only thing that you see is, oh, this motherfucker again. This motherfucker again. So like, I totally empathize with it from your point of view, because I've definitely been there, and I know how that feels.
And then I messaged you the other day saying, don't say it.
Hey, but wait, we're here.
We're here.
We
made it. So I'm happy to be here.
Welcome to Slaaap Haaapy.
Thank you for having me. I'm honoured to be a part of the show.
Yeah, I think this is 62. So
62, nice.
So going strong. Yeah. Not slowing down anytime soon.
Nice.
Dropping a nice one next week. With a guy named Will Gone. Do you know Will Gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dropping that one.
I talked to Will a bit.
Yeah.
Really cool guy.
Yeah.
Really good, like, part of the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, just has a lot of knowledge. I'm actually keen to catch that one.
Yeah. We go deep. Like, it was really cool because he's just a hip hop head, man. Like he just loves it. It's just, it's in his veins. And being I'm a bit of a purist. Like I fuck with all, I fuck with everything in hip hop. Like I fuck with everything in rap music, but I am a bit of a purist. Like I do love that old school shit.
Yeah.
And like he is that old school. Like he's about as hip hop as it gets. He's fucking New York, born and raised. Like
yeah, exactly. And he was around a lot of those guys in the 90s as well.
Man, he has crazy stories.
Yeah,
crazy stories. You'll get to hear a lot of them.
But yeah, no, he's an amazing guy. Like I really appreciate. He's always showing me love in that. So yeah, I'm actually really keen to catch that episode though.
Yep. Next week, dropping. By the time this comes out,
it's dropped.
Yeah, it's already dropped. So fucking go listen to it. Anyway, I want to get started with a little bit of gratitude. And feel free to talk more directly into the mic. Maybe push a chair if you need to.
Let me push.
Yeah, get that chair in there.
All right.
Get nice and comfy.
Yeah.
Even just hold it because I feel like I'm always like up
I need
here.
to hold something. I think.
Yeah. There you go. That's a spot. Now we're talking. Need to hold something. All right. So let's kick the show off with a little bit of gratitude. Because I'm a big believer in the art of and the use of gratitude as a tool and a weapon in dealing with day-to-day life. One thing I like to kind of practice on a daily basis. So, Kyso, if you like, what are 3 things that you're grateful for? In no particular order. They don't have to be big. They don't have to be small. Whatever you just comes to your mind.
Yeah. Well, I just want to quickly say that I've got into the gratefulness a little bit because of you. Because I see you posting it every day.
Okay.
I think I told you about that before.
Yep.
I actually like reading the things you're grateful for and like your because you post it pretty much every day.
Yep.
And I actually like seeing it, and it reminds me to do it as well.
Yep.
But 3 things I'm grateful for would be family.
Yep.
Just a general basis would be family.
Yeah. They all get included.
Yeah.
Even some of the not so nice cousins and uncles and that.
Yeah, come on now. I'm grateful for being able to live in a house.
Yep.
With a roof over my head.
Fucking oath.
And I'm grateful to have the life that I have, which like allows me to do music and work a normal job and have friends and all that. I'm just grateful for everything pretty much. Yep. I got to narrow it down. I'm not very good at it, but I would like to.
I don't think look, I like to be really specific because it trains me to see the good in everything.
Yeah, of course.
But like having a general sense of gratitude for like just existing, like there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, 100%. I think I need to practice what I preach though and just actually do it every day and sort of wake up with it and all that and like because I noticed yours as well is like very specific things, daily sort of thing.
Yep.
Something that's going on is normally mentioned in the gratefulness for the day. So, yeah, I'd like to start doing that. But yeah, I think off the top of my head, it would just be, family, house, and just life in general. Yeah,
those are 3 beautiful things that I think we really, take for granted in this country the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Because they do come, like if you're like born in this country, for the majority of us, not everyone obviously, but for the majority of us, if you're born in this country, you basically you're born with those things.
Yeah.
And those are things that a lot of the world would love, love a roof over their head, love like a loving family.
Yeah.
Love a job, there's
100%.
a lot of things there. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're good ones.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing, right? Like, cause I've grown up with it, I tend to forget about it. And being away from family this year, like only 3 hours away, but living out at home, you really do realize how much you're grateful for them and especially having a loving family.
Yeah.
And especially this time of year.
Yeah, totally.
It's nearly Christmas. So yeah, you do realize how grateful you are for those type of things.
Yep. Have you got Chrissy plans? You're going to go back home?
Yeah, I'm going to go back home for a couple of days and just see all my family and catch up with them and just enjoy and eat a lot of food and drink a lot of beer, probably all the good shit. Probably play backyard cricket or something,
Oh, now we're talking. You steaming in?
Oh yeah, mate. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. How long's the run up?
No, I'm actually a spin bowler. So, yeah.
What are we talking? Offies, leggies?
Leggies, yeah.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, it was funny. I played cricket for like 10 years.
Did ya? Okay.
Yeah. And I actually made like the top 50 in the state of Victoria.
Wow. Oh wow.
As a spin bowler. I was like, there was 2 spin bowlers in like the top 50 and the other guy got picked, actually, not me, but oh well.
What age is this?
I think I was like 13.
Oh, cool. All
So
right.
I was like under 14s. Like it's
Yeah.
still kids, so it's not. I don't know if it's super impressive, but it's,
no, that's impressive. I'm a cricketer as well. Like I played cricket all my life, and the biggest I guess feather in my cap is I made like Central Queensland when I was 13. And I definitely flaunt that shit. Like I'll tell anyone who'll listen.
yeah, literally at work, if I'm like, because I'm working at Rebel, if I'm in like in the cricket section, it's I made top 50 in the state.
Let him know, brother. Let him know.
Bold leg spins.
Bold leggies. You bat a bit or?
I liked batting, but I kind of sucked at it.
Yeah.
And I was always sort of down the list because I sucked at it. So
that makes sense. I mean, that's kind of how it works.
I did enjoy it. I don't know. I just wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always getting a few overs to bowl.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. That's the thing about cricket. Like you can easily, if you're, especially in the younger grades, if you're no good at anything.
Yeah, your parents just make you play.
Bro, and you're like, it can be fucking shit, man. Like, you bat at 11, maybe you bowl 1 or 2 overs and then you field at fine leg. And like, that's a pretty depressing way to spend your Saturdays.
Well, that's the thing. Like if you're not good at it, you don't actually essentially play really.
Nah, you're just showing up. You're just making up numbers.
Yeah. You're just chilling all day. Like
you're just getting some white clothes dirty.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that. I did feel sorry for those kids, but I feel like in juniors, everyone sort of gets to go because it's, you don't want to upset kids and parents and all that. But yeah.
Oh, I've definitely played in teams where they don't though.
Well,
it can be kind of savage out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you're a cricketer. All right, I didn't know that. All right, so that's
not
cool.
anymore.
Nah. But you mean you're a cricketer? Like, if you've played that many years or you've played throughout your childhood, you're a cricketer.
Yeah, like if I go back to the nets or something, it's probably going to come pretty natural.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I'm gonna really put myself on blast right here, but whenever I'm within, say 200 meters, maybe 300, 400 meters, or if there's a rebel sport within walking distance, and I know that it's there, I'm always gonna find it.
Yeah,
I'm always gonna go to the cricket section. I'm always going to pick up the most expensive bat. I'm going to tap it a couple of times. I'm going to practice that cover drive, practice that pull shot, practice that leave especially. I'm always doing it, and I've been doing it my entire life, and I haven't played cricket for like 6 or 7 years, but I am never going to stop. I'll always do it.
Tell me why every shift there's some guy in the section just practicing their cover drive. And just like, you need a hand
That's
there.
me.
He's like, nah, all good.
Nah, I'm all good, brother. Just practicing me cover drive.
Hasn't played cricket in 20 years, but still loves the cover
Just
drive.
loves it.
I mean, fair enough. Like I used to, like if I walk into a sports store or something, I'll pick up a basketball and bounce it. Or, I'll check out whatever. Yeah. It is just like a creature of habit. I feel like it's a male thing as well. Like we just have to pick up something. And
my ex was not particularly fond of my need to always go pick up a cricket bat. It's like like Matt, we need to like go. I'm like, no, I just gotta let me just fucking pick up a cricket bat. Anyway,
that's funny.
Just one last question before we get off this cricket thing because it's taking up way too much time. But anyway, what's your I mean, I know you're not a batsman, but have you got what's your favorite cricket shot to watch? Like to play?
To play?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, you know how like a straight drive is like nice and classical.
Yeah.
A good hook shot is very like aggressive, but kind of, or like a big slog sweep or something. Like, is there one of them that you're like, fuck, if I get that out of the middle, that's pretty fun.
I really love the what was this one? Like it's the
cut shot.
Yeah, I really love that.
Slapping it.
If they like bowled like a shitty bouncer or something, it was going wide. I used to love playing that.
Yeah.
Didn't really hit it much, but
yeah, that's right.
Or like a slog sweep. I wasn't like I do like cover drives and that, but I just never played it. As soon as I got out there, I was like, I'm scared.
Trying to slap something.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You're a slapper.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, moving on. Kyso, do you remember your first ever rap? Like not the actual words, but do you remember like when you wrote it or what it was?
Yeah, it was 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like the start of the 2014. Me and my best mate were like out. We're just just out playing. What were we doing? We were just like listening to all the BET ciphers
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck yeah.
where they used to get like a group of
Yeah.
We used to always listen to those.
That shit's lit.
And like we loved it. We listened to it all the time, and then we sort of just started playing like those beats, like just the instrumentals, and like fucking around on them and just trying to rap over them. I don't know why, but we just felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember the first ever lyric I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was super basic, the first ever one I wrote, but then, so he bought a mic, and then after like a month, he didn't want to do it anymore. So I bought the mic off him.
Yep.
Just like a little USB one, and I chucked it in my room, and I was like, oh, I might just try this, and like I actually wrote it down, and I think it went like something like in the beginning. I can't remember. It started off something like that.
Oh my God, it's like a Bible verse. In the beginning, there was light.
It was real. Like it was obviously bad, but yeah. And then I wrote it, and then like just posted onto SoundCloud.
Record it? Do you record? You recorded
I recorded it. Yeah, posted onto SoundCloud like just randomly.
And blew up overnight.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like
still there.
It had a lot of plays though. I was like, holy crap, because I think everyone from my school was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, let's listen to this. And then like my second rap I wrote, like I posted like a webcam video on Facebook with it, and it was actually kind of decent. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually
where you're at.
Yeah, like I was actually flowing quite well and like spinning pretty fast and all that shit, and like it made no sense, and it was like quite bad to what I can do now. But it was all right, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, so you I guess you improved kind of quickly early on. Yeah. Okay.
I really liked like those BET ciphers. I think I really liked them, and because they brought a bunch of different people on, I think I sort of was not imitating them, but finding how they rapped. Like I used to listen to a lot of MGK back in the day as well, and Kendrick, and my favorite rapper at the time actually was Nas. So I used to just sort of see how they would, I think subconsciously see how they would be flowing and what pockets they would do, and I would subconsciously do it in my stuff. We'll try my best to sort of imitate that. But yeah, so that was in 2014. Yeah.
So you go from 2014 first kind of rap, and then from where, like, how does it kind of over the next couple of years, how does it kind of transition until your first like Spotify upload? Because I kind of I look at the idea of your first Spotify upload in 2022. That's kind of like a bit of a, that's a bit of a defining moment, like where it looks, where you kind of start to take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Obviously it doesn't apply to everyone. There's a lot of people who just upload to SoundCloud only or just YouTube only. But I think that's like a decent way to kind of like draw a line in the sand where like, all right, now I'm just a guy. I go from a guy who's just like kind of hanging around and doing it, but now I'm a guy who actually is trying to put out music. Yeah,
well, because essentially you're paying money to get it on there as well. So it's like, and you're servicing it to, I mean, not much people just serve it to Spotify. I'd assume they service it to Apple Music and other things as well.
Yep.
But yeah, when I first started, I wasn't uploading it to Spotify or anything. I was just doing SoundCloud, YouTube. That was basically it.
Yep.
I think the first time I uploaded to Spotify was like 2018 maybe.
Yeah, Dropout.
Yeah.
Is it Dropout?
No, I've deleted it now, but it was a song called Spotlight.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And yeah, I liked the song at the time, but we can get into that at another time. But yeah, I kind of wanted to like make sure all my updated songs were on there.
Okay. Yep.
And I just didn't really like that song anymore.
Yeah, cool. So that got the bin?
Yeah, a few of them have got the bin.
Oh, really?
Over the last year, yeah. Yeah.
They keep going in the bin.
Yeah, look, it's probably not a good thing to do. I should probably just keep it all there so you can see my progress and stuff, and people could still like those songs. But yeah, you know how we get us creatives. Just I want to delete everything.
The amount of times I've like archived my entire Instagram feed or like archived every fucking YouTube video of my come on, man. It's just like, it gets a little bit. Gets a little much.
I don't know what it is. I think we all just get into moods and just archive everything and delete everything, and then all of a sudden the next day we're like, oh yeah, I'm over it now.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have archived all that shit.
I actually don't know what it is, but literally every artist I know has done it.
I think it's because I think it has something to do with like information coming out so frequently, because like people will be like, oh, you gotta, like there'll be an idea that gets put out into the mainstream that's like, oh, you gotta have everything looking this kind of way. So you're like, oh shit, that's what I gotta do. And then some new information will come out like, oh, you want everyone to see like the journey and the trajectory. So then you're like, I'll tell you what it is. It's like, it's this idea around, if you don't know where you're going, it's like, it's meant to be like a sailing reference. Yeah. But it's like, if you don't know where you're going, no wind is optimal. So like, if like, you know how if the wind is at your back, that's like optimal. But if you don't actually know where you're going, then, you know, going that way really fast might still be the wrong thing. Yeah. And I think sometimes in music, it can get like that. Like if you're not clear about where you're going in music and you're not clear about who you are and what you represent, then you can potentially get pulled in all these different directions by all these like new pieces of information and like these ideas and, oh, someone did this, or now I need to do it. And like, yeah. And that all comes down to like just not being sure about who you are and what you stand for and where you're going, you know? Yeah. So it's like, it's deeper. It's not just about the music. It's a deeper thing. It's about your like your soul at that point and your connection to self. Yeah. Yeah. And it's, you know, as you grow up as well and mature, and you could have things posted from 2017 or whatever, and you'd be like, oh, that's cringy or whatever. Yeah, yeah. But to be honest, as much as I have deleted things, like I wish I kept them all. Like I've kept all the songs and everything on my laptops and stuff, but I wish I kept them up still to see what they would be doing now. Yeah. And see like the progress of it all, and just I would just be interested to see like if people would still react to it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Because I still get hit up about songs from like 2017, 2018 and that. And yeah, I think that's cool. And I think even like in a more kind of selfish light, for you to see your progress, like not just for other people, because it's important. I think it's important for other people to see your progress. People who are like really want to become fans, like they can go, oh, that's where he was, and this is where he is, and like you know, they can really enjoy that and revel in that with you. But I think it's important for you as well to go, man, look at how far I've come. Or, you know, not even just now. Imagine in fucking like 50 years. Yeah. You know, you can like imagine seeing like your first ever upload and then seeing like your last ever upload. Yeah. You know, that's kind of cool. That would be hectic actually. Like on my old laptop that I have at my parents' house, it has all my old stuff when I first started, and yeah, sometimes I go back and listen to them, and I even listen to stuff from like 2018 or whatever, and I'm like, God, like I'm glad like I went this direction, and but yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I think it is. We're all sort of trying to look perfect on the internet with everything. Like everything's sort of got to fit a vibe and a direction that we're heading, and if we change it, we want to delete everything and all this. So, but I think it's important to have it all up there. But I can't really talk because I've deleted it, most of it. So yeah. But I mean, like it's not. It doesn't have to be like. For one, there's like no wrong or right here. Yeah, exactly. It's a journey, and it's all about kind of like trying to learn how you relate to all this information. So like, yeah, you might have done what you've done, but like, it doesn't mean you can't act differently next time. Yeah, exactly. Because there'll probably be another song that you'll fucking make that you'll be like, a year later, you'll be like, ugh. Yeah. But maybe now you'll be like, all right, well, I got this new information. I'll just leave it up there. Like it is what it is. Because me in 10 years might want to see that. Yeah. And the people, the listening kind of standards, or, you know, whatever's in vogue at the time in 10 years might actually be right for that song right there. Yeah. And I think that's the thing, right? Like, because with artists as well, like a lot of the songs that I make come out a year later. So I've heard them 100 times, thousands of times. And it's like, we're sick of them by the time they come out sometimes. Yeah. And like, obviously, you know, the really good ones, you can still get sick of. Even like, it's just because you've heard them that many times, or you've done
added this and taken out that and done this and talked about it for so long. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm over it by the point it comes out.
Yeah.
Which does suck sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
So all part of it.
So you well, okay, I had Drop Out as your first ever Spotify upload, but you've done a sneaky on me there.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then is that when you first kind of moved to Melbourne?
No.
Or were you still living back home then?
Yeah, I still live in Gippsland. Yeah. But the first time I moved to Melbourne in 2021.
Okay.
Started 2021.
So still pretty fresh.
Yeah, I'm still very fresh.
So when you were playing like shows here, were you traveling?
Yeah, I'll drive 3 hours, play a 30 or 20 minute set and drive home.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Some nights I was like, why am I doing this? But
yeah.
Oh well.
That's crazy. How many of them did you do?
Probably like 40 maybe, I'd say.
Where you did that drive?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not like heaps, but I mean 40 doesn't seem like a lot to me now, but yeah, it's maybe probably 30 I'd say, but yeah, it was a lot. Some nights I would get like a place to stay. Like I would stay at because my auntie and that live up here, so I'd stay there. But half the time, like I'd have work the next day, or
damn.
So I'd just drive home. And you know, to be honest, it wasn't that bad.
Yep.
Like I think a lot of my friends that live around here are just like, oh my God, how did you drive so far and all that. But when you've sort of grown up in a country town, you're sort of used to driving long distances.
Totally.
So it's like, I mean, stop at a BP, get a Red Bull, you're all good.
Stop at a BP, get a Red Bull, you're all good.
Oh yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then I suppose you're probably pretty G'd up after the show anyway. So it's like...
Yeah, you're like running on adrenaline on the way home.
Yeah, you're like, I've had a good night. I've seen some people. I've met some potential new fans. Like,
yeah.
I got to do what I love. Like, it would be, invigorating.
It's kind of... It's good because it gives you time to sort of slowly come down and sort of like relax. But at the same time, it's like... You're still so like energetic and you're driving and you just have to sort of be like calm, but like,
and then you can kind of like process it as well. Like it gives you time to think about the show and set and who you met and like, what could I do better next time? And
it's like work. Like I drive 40 minutes to work, and back, and sometimes it's good to just have that 40 minutes in the morning and then on the way back to sort of, you know, get ready for the day, wake up a bit, and then on the way back, just process it all and sort of wind down before you get home and stuff. I think obviously the drives are not ideal all the time, but it is, you can sort of take pros away from it and
no, I can definitely understand and relate to that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about Blue.
Yeah.
I would probably say is your most successful song to date.
Yeah,
is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So a little bit of success in 2020 and 2021 with Blue and Feel Your Love.
Yeah.
What do you think it was about Blue? And, you know, kind of, I'm assuming that was the New Music Friday.
Yeah. So Blue got 4 editorial playlists in a week, which was crazy because I never like got close to that.
Did you pitch it yourself or?
No, I actually worked with a PR company.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I was in talks. I probably won't name names, but I was in talks with a guy just about, I was sending him songs. And yeah, we got in contact and I kept saying, I send him Get It Right. I send him something else. And he was like, yeah, this is really good, man. I can see the potential, but I just don't think you're ready yet.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then I sent him Blue just on a whim. I was like a month before it was uploaded. I was like, kind of just like, oh, check this out, man. And he's like, what's your number? And I'm like, gave it to him and he called me and he's like, dude, this song is incredible. I fucking love this song so much. Give it to me. I want to pitch it for you. I really want to do as much as I can for this song. And then, I was like, whoa, wow. I was like, I didn't really care about it that much at the time. It was sort of one of those songs where I liked it, but it didn't it didn't give me that feeling that like a Get It Right or a Feel Your Love or something did.
Yep.
But I did really like it because because I sent it to Dimmy as well, and when Dimmy hopped on it, I was like, oh wow, yeah, he's brought this song like to another level as well. So yeah, anyway, and then they uploaded it, and then it got 3 playlists the first day, and then got another one the next week, and
Fuck yeah.
like it hasn't done a heap, like, but it's one song and it's editorial playlist, so you can't expect that. But it did do a lot in the sense that like it's on 95,000 plays. It's, you know, it's had like 40,000 listeners, so that's 40,000 new people that have heard my music.
Yep.
And it still gets like it's still getting plays daily. So, and that was over 2 years ago. So it's like, I mean, it's pretty incredible that people are still listening to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't listen to songs for like that long.
Yeah.
I do, but like I like to switch it up. But yeah, no, it's really cool. It got put in like 1,000 playlists that year.
Yeah.
Just like just listeners playlists.
And were you happy with the results of the PR?
Yeah.
Work?
Yeah, I was very happy with it. Because I got my first Triple J play with it as well.
Yeah.
We landed some big things. Like we landed on Edge as well in Sydney, and we landed a lot of good things.
Ticked a lot of really good boxes.
Yeah, and I made some connections through that, through radio and just through other things, and it was a good. It was sort of a good jump start.
It was nice to see what's possible as well.
Yeah, it made me feel like, oh, okay, this is real. Like we can do this now.
Yeah.
Not saying Spotify playlists are be all end all. Like I've made it, but it gives you some sort of like, okay, like I'm getting the recognition.
Yeah,
from
because it's nice to have those like little ticks. Like they don't mean anything really. Like they don't mean one of them things by themselves doesn't actually mean anything. But if you get like enough little ticks, it's definitely encouraging to know that you're at least heading in the right direction.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think there's a lot of little things that, like you said, little stepping stones that are all sort of add up together. And we haven't really done the other singles haven't done anything like that since. But I mean, I was still lucky enough to get something like that
For sure.
because I know a lot of artists aren't lucky enough to get that type of love. So yeah, it was really cool.
Do you think did you change anything in the approach to the marketing with the other songs?
Well, the next 2 songs were sounded a lot different to Blue. So that could have been why. So yeah, we did the PR again for the 2 next singles, and they just didn't really get the love that Blue did.
It happens.
Yeah, which is fine by me. Feel Your Love went like really well organically, which was cool. And then I sort of took like a while off and was just sort of figuring out like what next move to make.
Yep. And that was the EP?
Yeah, well, Solo at the start of the
year,
which was just me as well.
Yep.
Like I pitched it all.
Yep.
And then the EP then later on was like a mid-year, like mid this year, I was like, I got to get my shit together and just release shit. And I just put that together and I was like, yeah, I'll just do it all myself. And
How did you have the other songs sitting around? Like you had Solo had already been done, and then you obviously got 30 on it, but did you have the other ones sitting around?
So I had Get Up with Nomad. We wrote that in 2019.
I remember, because he was almost going to put it out as his song, wasn't he?
Yeah. Because I just took so bloody long. And then I had Move with Dos Boy. That was 2019 as well. And then Bet It with Boy Graduate was I think 2020, early 2020.
Okay, cool.
So they were all like ready.
Okay.
They weren't finished. I had to record some vocals here and there and clean them up a bit. But yeah, besides 30, like hopping on that verse, all the features were done.
Yeah, you'd done it. You'd done a fair bit of the legwork already.
Yeah, I was just putting it together, coming up with a title, coming up with like a theme, the track list, track order sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, do I release a single? I was like, nah, fuck it, just drop all four. And
Yeah.
and then I've got sort of a plan behind the whole thing. So
Okay. And what was that experience like? Did that feel good? Like kind of coming up with that plan, like putting it all together?
yeah, like it felt. I love releasing bodies of work, like because I released a mixtape in when probably like 2016.
Yep.
I released a mixtape like CDs.
Oh yeah.
And that I had got 50
that old
CDs.
school shit.
Yeah. Had 10 songs on it, and I put that all together, like mix and mastered it myself.
Yep.
I had that on SoundCloud too, but deleted it.
Yeah, of course.
But I've still got CDs of that, and that was a mixtape I made back then, and I really love that feeling.
Yeah,
putting together a body of work, and then I just took so much time off. I just kept doing singles because it was like, I think it was like the popular thing.
Yeah, yep, totally.
And because it sort of worked with Blue. I was like, I'll just keep doing singles, and then I was like, no, I want to do bodies of work now.
Yeah. So do you feel like you're gonna the fire has been relit? Do you think that's what you want to go back to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do. Well, I'll have another EP next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
have you got it? Have you got the music kind of already?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I just got to record it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty much done. Like it's
all written.
Once it's recorded, it's done.
Yeah. Cool.
I maybe add a song or take a song out or something, but besides that, like I've got the title as well.
Yeah.
I just have to get like the little things.
Yeah.
And then it's done, and that will hopefully come out mid-year.
Mm-hmm.
So that Before I Run is sort of like a stepping stone to that.
Okay, cool.
It's like, hey, like, I think you were at the show. I mentioned at the show, I said like, this is the light jog before we sort of take off and like go crazy.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
And so is the next EP gonna? I mean, you don't have to tell us a name, but like, is the idea to be like before I run something and then kind of something? Is that where you're kind of going? No, not that far. But like,
it's not like they don't sort of like that. I don't know the right word. Like they don't.
It's not like a trilogy.
It's not a trilogy.
Yeah,
nah.
okay.
It's like
this is just setting the tone.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I'm here.
Yep.
This is what I just dropped.
Yep.
I'm still making music. I'm still doing this.
Yep.
And then here's all new shit I made like this year.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, because like that's the thing. People have been coming up to me and saying this is your best work yet, and all that. And I'm like, well, shit, I made this in 2019, most of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like now it'll be good to release all the stuff that I made this year, where I feel like it's my best work.
Yeah. Totally. Yep.
Yeah.
How has the EP been received? Have you been happy with how it's actually been executed? Have you been, obviously the show was a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, but has everything else been a success?
Yeah, I would classify the show as a huge success.
Yeah.
I would classify like the release pretty successful as well. Like the first 2 weeks, we were getting a lot of organic plays. Like all of the tracks are over 100 streams each, which is big for me. Like because I've had singles that don't make 100 streams in like a month. And all that if it's just organic. So the fact that people are listening to not only the first song but all the way through to the fourth.
Yeah, for sure.
And staying with me for like 12 minutes because I know what people are like nowadays.
Yeah, fuck that.
Especially you haven't listened.
No, I have. Yeah.
Nah, because I just know what people are like because I'm the same.
Yeah.
Especially if it's an artist they're not actually a huge fan of or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's just how we are, I guess. Yeah. Which is fair enough. That's why I tried to make it short. But I really want to get into the habit of releasing projects. But yeah, it's slowed down a bit, the streams and everything.
Yeah.
I haven't been promoting it much since the show. It was like a whole month of like stressing out and going crazy and
trying to get everyone to that show, making sure like everyone knew.
And then the show finished and it's like, oh, I can sort of breathe now. I can have a little break. And then there's like the holiday season and all that. So it's like I haven't been putting heaps of promo into it as I should be, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's still done well.
Yeah. So it's still a success, still something to build on for the next release.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't have high expectations for this. Like I said, it's just it's sort of like the appetizer before the main meal. It's just like whatever comes with it. Yeah. And like I couldn't believe how many people we got to the show. So
yeah, and I suppose for you, it's just like I've been a bit dormant.
Yeah,
and now I need to kind of stretch out my muscles and kind of get ready to fucking start swinging. So
100%.
This is your warm up.
Yeah, well, that's essentially and I'm trying not to overthink it.
Yeah,
because I overthink a lot of things and then they just don't come out.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, I'm not like, because I would overthink any minute detail, like the title, the cover art has to be this, has to be that. I know it's like I want it to be perfection still, but I don't also want to like have 100 different names and then just fuss over it for a year.
And you want it to come out. Otherwise, it's just going to fucking sit on your computer and no one's ever going to hear it. And what's the point of that?
Because at the end of the day, like that's the goal. We just got to get it out there. And if I have something that I'm happy with, I just got to put it out. I got to not overthink it. And yeah.
Yep.
So that's how I feel.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's actually good to know. Like the whole, like going with the project idea and really getting back to that. I've been thinking a lot about that as well. Like thinking along those lines. Like that's definitely where my head's at right now.
I think it's a good thing to do because it gives something. It gives like fans and new listeners something to digest, and they can really get a lot. Like they can get a lot of pieces to your puzzle, sort of thing. And I just remember when Husky dropped that SoundCloud EP in like, I think it was 2017. I was brain numb.
Don't know.
Oh, and it just like blew up, and it was just like he dropped no singles. He just dropped the whole EP, and it like every song was really, really good. And people like just, it showed me that people still have the attention span to listen to an EP. And I know it's Husky, like it's a bit different, but and he's got a pretty solid fan base. Yeah, but
well, I think it just comes down to like if you can package it the right way.
Yeah,
if you have enough of the pieces in place and you package it the right way, you have the music's good. You know, you have a couple of decent features. Artwork's nice. Like if you just have enough of the things in place, people will click and fucking try. And then it's your job to make sure that the music is good enough to keep them there for long enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just got to get enough pieces together, make sure the music's good. And yeah, I think people still do want to learn and explore and, you know.
Yeah, well, listeners don't essentially overthink it as much as we do either. They just listen to the fucking music.
Yeah.
So some guy could go in there and listen to track 4 first.
Yeah.
And that would piss me off. But that's how some people do that though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not saying that even this EP, like you could listen to it in any order. It doesn't matter. I don't have like Rick Rubin executive producing it. Like we don't have something that's old Metro Boomin or some shit. But that's, I would like it to be, you know, you sort of listen it in order, but the track 4 of a 10 track album, track 4 could blow up.
Yeah,
and
totally.
then people could find it in playlists and go, oh, I want to listen to more of this. And then they directs them to that album. So then the album gets more streams. And well, I would encourage like a lot of artists to sort of work on projects and just see what they can do and get out.
Go back to the projects.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be releasing singles before this next one, like 3 singles, but I don't know. I personally like
no, I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. That's my next
fun.
That's my next move as well. What was it like working with MGH, Michelle Grace Hunter?
Oh, yeah, that was really cool. Yeah. She's
because you got like, if you go on any of your socials or like your Spotify, you've just got like real quality photos, and it's something that, you know, you've had for as long as I can remember. Real quality photos. Yeah. And I think it's important to have. Yeah. And obviously I know that you worked with her and I think she's incredible. Yeah. So what was it like working with her?
Yeah, like that was my first proper photo shoot too. So I sort of went out I went in swinging sort of thing. I didn't go like.
You went straight for the top.
Yeah, like I've had a lot of photo shoots with friends, and like I've had had a lot of. I've had homies like shoot for me and stuff. Like shout out to Lau.
Yeah.
He done a lot of stuff for me, and he was really, really good. But this is the first time I sort of went to a studio.
Yeah.
And man, it was so fun. Like, you know, we shot for a few hours, and just like the energy in there was really cool.
Where's our studio? Or where was it at the time? Do you remember?
Shit.
In Melbourne somewhere. All right.
Yeah, like northwestish of the city.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so cool. Like, I don't know. I just, you know, it was really, I'm pretty awkward in those type of settings, but I felt really natural that day. And we just had like the music pumping, and I just talking to her, getting to know her, and sort of, she's a really cool person, and it made the shoot so much easier. And we're going to do another session soon, but she's an amazing person. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. I suppose it'd be like, you know, the same feeling of stepping into the studio with like a really talented producer who kind of like takes the lead in the recording. Yeah. You're like, when someone is like that skilled and they take the creative direction, it's a lot easier for you to just like be yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and because she's obviously sort of like, she's kind of like the GOAT. Like she's really good.
Fucking GOAT.
She's, you know, she's shoots like for Rule full time. Yeah. Or she did. I'm not sure the situation now, but you know, she's shot for huge artists. Yeah. Like, and even she does live stuff, and she's just so talented. And I sort of I was like, yeah, these are going to be good, these photos. Like I was just.
And they are.
And I was just like so hype. And I'd love to go back there with like a lot more outfit changes and different ideas. And yeah.
Have you seen her light painting?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit blows my mind. I don't even know. I got to look into like how it's actually done because I got no idea, but fuck, it looks so cool.
She's just, it's really cool. It was really cool to be around someone like that that's so good at what they do and just so humble and just so nice to talk to. Like I literally kept saying to her, I'm like, you're just so nice. Like she's because I know everyone you meet in the industry, they're not always like who you think they are. But she was just really cool.
She was who you thought she would be. Yeah. All right. MGH, GOAT.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of like shout out Emilio and Mark Gregory and stuff like they're GOATs as well. They absolutely kill it. I sort of throw the word GOAT around, but I mean like just people that are amazing at what they do.
Yeah. That's a funny thing about GOAT, is it?
Yeah,
it became like this thing you could just basically call anyone a GOAT.
I think for me it's like you're amazing at what you do, so I'm going to call you GOAT of that sort of thing.
And then people are like, that's goated.
Yeah, that's like, goated, yeah.
Like a thing that someone done is goated.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm totally okay with it. I use it very similarly. Like, you know, I change a goat every fucking 15 seconds. Like, you know, whenever Lil Wayne drops a new album, he's the goat.
Yeah.
Whenever Drake drops a new album, he's the goat.
Yeah.
So it changes for me pretty much every time.
I think, I think in sport and stuff, then that's the only time the word gets like, people are like, no, this guy's the GOAT. Especially like NBA.
Yeah. I think, it's pretty clear. No. Like, I think it's pretty clear in sport. Like, not super clear, but if I'm thinking like off the top of my head, like in rugby league, I think everyone would say the same person.
I don't watch rugby league, so I wouldn't know.
Andrew Johns. You know, I think in cricket, everyone would say the same batsman, Don Bradman. Yeah. Everyone would probably say the same bowler, Shane Warne. Yeah. Like, in sport, I think in basketball, you know, people would probably say MJ, right?
Yeah, I think there's like sort of GOATs of like eras. Yeah. Like, you know, Michael, MJ.
Look, I'm sorry, Kyso, but that defeats the idea of the greatest of all time. Time.
I don't like I have a favorite. I have someone who I think's the best.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's subjective. Yeah. Who's your GOAT?
But at the same time, I haven't watched. I wasn't around
every era
when MJ was. And
who's your GOAT basketball player?
LeBron for me.
Okay,
is the GOAT.
But like in soccer, everyone would probably say Messi, right?
Messi, or Ronaldo, or
maybe. I reckon I reckon if we did a poll,
I don't think Ronaldo, but I'm just saying that's like
they
a
could.
lot of people.
They definitely could. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or like Maradona or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Messi's like, I don't watch heaps of football, like soccer, but yeah, to me, Messi.
Yeah.
I would say Messi.
Do you follow AFL? Who would be I don't follow it at all. Who would be would there be someone that everyone would like stand out?
I don't know if I'd say this because I'll probably get
outed.
Yeah.
You better get cancelled. Who is it?
Gary Ablett Senior, I think everyone would say.
Okay.
And then Gary Ablett Junior.
Was pretty good.
Yeah. Probably Chris Judd, Dusty Martin. Like, there's a few names, but I think a lot of people say Gary Ablett Senior.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along. Who? It can either be international, national. It can either be a musician, rapper, singer, producer. Artistic director, videographer, whatever. Who would be like a dream collab for you? Someone that you just are dying to work with, that you know their creative expertise would just be like all time.
I'd love to get a verse from J. Cole.
Fuck yeah.
Or Drake, that's just really out there.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with Tyler the Creator. Just anything like from a beat from him or anything.
Yep.
Metro Boomin would be cool to work with eventually. I'm just naming like
just everyone in hip hop.
The biggest. the biggest of the biggest.
So Kanye.
Yeah,
Drake.
I probably would say Kanye as well.
Yeah.
Let me think of someone.
One person that you've like looked up to forever, and you're just like, if I could collaborate them in some way, shape, or form, it would be I could die happily.
Die happily, goddamn.
I mean, we're all gonna die, so
yeah.
At least this way you can die happily.
This is it. Like in every interview I've ever done, every time they ask this, I always stumble. I just never know. I don't know why.
Just tell everyone that it's Savilian and let's move on.
It's Ruku. Nah, thanks. Yeah. Nah, I honestly don't know. Like there's guys from Australia and stuff that I want to collab with. Like I wanted to collab with Dimmy, and he's like one of my good friends. So and we collabed.
Who else from Australia?
I really want to collab with 360. Yeah. I would really love to like write a hook for him or a verse for him or something. Yeah. I think that would be cool because I've been listening to him forever.
Still rate 360?
Pardon?
Still rate 360?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck yeah.
He's still top tier.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Is he the Aussie GOAT?
Oh, don't get me into that shit.
sorry. Keep
For
going.
me, yeah, because I bought Falling and Flying, like the CD in like when it came out. And that was like the only CD I had. Yeah. He was someone that I listened to all the time. Mm-hmm. For me, he was like one of the only Australian rappers I listened to. Because I like my sisters were like a huge 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre, 2000s.
Yeah, for sure.
Like R&B and rap. And that's all we'd listen to in the car. So they never put me on to anything. So when I could sort of find, like I started, like when I was in year 7 or whatever, and I started getting my own CDs and that, he was like the first one I bought.
Yeah. So he sticks out for you.
Yeah.
So little collab with 360. Yep. Give me one more.
From anywhere?
Anywhere.
I suck at this so bad. I'm so bad at this. Future.
Oh, okay. I like that. All right.
Future's just the GOAT.
Future. Future is the actual GOAT.
I was watching him. I was literally watching him speak in like an interview, and I'm like, his voice and his charisma and his swag and everything. He just has everything. Like
he's a rock star.
Yeah, he's just like
proper rock
star. It's just him.
Yeah,
it's just that guy. Like
he's that guy,
and it's just like you can't change that. You can't take that away from him. And just his music, like I really love his music. And Thug, that would probably be up there for me as well. Yeah, them two like influenced a lot of my new sound and all that stuff as well. Yeah. And I used to hate them when I first started. I was like, really? I'm not listening to this auto-tune shit.
Yeah, this fucking lame. This put some boom bap on.
Oh, what? They can't even rap. Like,
Yeah.
but then those guys can actually really rap. Like,
yeah, fucking
as
right.
well.
Yeah.
And that making a hit song's harder than a fucking rap verse, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Unlocking that formula.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. What's next for Kyso? I know we've touched on it a little bit, but
Yeah.
give me a quick little summary of what the next couple of steps look like.
So basically working on these 3 next singles.
Yep.
They're all written. I'm waiting for a verse off an artist for a feature. So
Do we have to fucking put a rocket up someone?
yeah.
That's right, I'm joking. I'm
Nah,
joking.
I sent it to him like 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. No, he's got time.
Yeah, he's all right. So we're gonna put that one out. Hopefully, 2nd or 3rd month next year, Feb or March. I just want to get that recorded as soon as possible.
Yep.
And then wait maybe another month or 2, next single, another month or 2, next single,
Yep.
and then EP.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's a go. Well, that's a goal. And then I've been working with a few producers like Jono Different, who DJ'd for me at Bad Decisions. Jimmy Hardwood. We want to make an EP together. I got a few EPs like I want to produce. I want to make with producers and stuff, and just keep pumping out singles and just all that good shit.
Stay active.
Yeah, like my engineer as well. Shout out to Ione. Like we're gonna do a few like songwriting sessions and stuff as well in January. So yeah, a lot of hopefully it all goes to plan next year.
Yeah, fuck yeah, my man.
I wasn't
staying on the pulse.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at executing plans, but I did it with this EP, so I know I can keep doing it. And
yeah, and once you got that formula, like it's honestly a lot less work than we think it is. You just have to like take a second to sit down and write some shit down and go, all right, where do we kind of want to go? Like at least have an idea, like, you know, like you said, I want to do a show. I want to work with someone to like do dope cover art, shout out Fractured. You want to have like a pocket of songs. You kind of had like some parameters and you're just like, all right, I'm just going to do that. And because you've done that, it now gives you confidence to go, all right, what's next? How can I expand that a little bit more? How can I throw a little bit more money at it? How can I, add a few things on? Do I do 2 shows next time? Do I run some Facebook ads? Whatever. Like, now that you've got that foundation again, you're like, all right, let's add on to it. Yeah.
I think you just I would like encourage all artists to sort of be ahead. Like, make shit now and then release it next year. And like, but wait, like have it in your back pocket sort of thing. Yeah. And just write as much as you can and just hold off like releasing it straight away or, trying to get everything right now. Just sort of shit you made like 12 months ago, put that out now. Yeah. And then you can build up to it and just keep going and just try not to get too ahead of yourself. And so you're not playing catch up, because then that makes it stressful and then you're not making music and then you're just behind everything and then you don't do shit. Yeah. Well, that's what I did. Yeah.
No, it can definitely snowball like that pretty quickly. Yeah. And you don't even realize it's happening either.
Because it's a whole process, as you know. Yeah. Like it takes time. There's a lot of shit that goes into it. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, this is the last question. And then we're gonna get off out of here.
Yep.
At the end of your days, I know we've mentioned death once already in this podcast. Let's go for twice. Yeah. At the end of your days, when you're sitting on that fucking rocking chair on the porch, and you're close to drawing your final breath, and you get to look back on your career as a musician.
Yeah.
What would success look like for you?
Probably living off music. It doesn't have to be like super rich and famous.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to live off music and to be able to impact people's lives in a positive way.
Yep.
Because a lot of what I do stems from mental illness, and I would love to be able to incorporate that into my success and be able to have like my own charity or foundations and be able to give back to people, not just through music as well. But I would be satisfied if I just at least gave it a shot,
Yeah.
and just if I was like sitting there at 80 years old or 90 years old, and I would just be happy that I went for it.
Yep.
You know, because it's like, what's the point of not going for it?
Yep.
Yeah, but I hope I can live off music and be able to have a decent career, be able to tour and have a fan base and just be able to impact people in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I like that. I respect that a lot. Yeah, being able to
In a Lambo.
little private jet and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I think like I don't know who said this, but it was saying like you sort of dream big, but then you just, you know, you get little things and they just keep going, and then your dreams, things become more possible so you can build up. Like if I said, I want to be a millionaire and I want to have 10 mansions and, you know, a Lamborghini and all that stuff, it's sort of like, yeah, that could be the end goal, but you sort of got to focus on the goals that are more achievable right now and building up to that.
Yep.
So yeah, if I can live off music and then whatever happens after that, if somehow I go crazy after that, and yeah, I would be happy with that as well. But I can see it's possible, you know, friends are signing to major labels and everything. So it makes it possible.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like you get to see through their example, like a certain friend that you mentioned, you get to see through their example what is possible. And that kind of like encourages you to live in a way that will allow you to set the same example for someone else.
100%, yeah.
Because you're like, oh, well, I can actually do that. So you start living like that. But then what you don't realize is that you're actually starting to influence the people around you without even knowing it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We all have a lot more power than we give ourselves credit for.
Yeah, well, you never know who's like checking up on you and watching you, and you could be like a muse or
totally
motivation for someone. You just don't know.
Totally. Like the gratitude thing that, you know, we mentioned at the top of the show. Like, you know, I know that there are some people out there that are learning from that gratitude practice, but I don't know who. Yeah. Like I mean, I hope people are out there like using it and learning from it and kind of like it's aiding them, but I don't know for sure. So yeah.
Well, I think that's important as well. Like even if you just post like a book that you're reading or something, like someone could be like, oh, sweet. Like if someone posts, oh, this movie's really good, or this TV show's really good, or this podcast is really good, I'll honestly most of the time go, okay, I'm going to watch that.
Check it out.
If it's someone that I sort of think has, you know, it could be anyone, to be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, you kind of have to
have a certain taste.
Yeah. Or they have their head screwed on, you know.
Yeah, if it's about something I'm really not interested in, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but if it's, like I just think if you've got something that can impact people in a positive way, just share it, you know.
Share it.
Yeah.
Sharing's caring.
That is what we've done here today.
That's what we've done here today. All right, let's sign it off there, Kyso. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have fun at work tonight.
I will not.
All right, everyone. I'm going to link Kyso's CB below. It's called Before I Run. Go check it out. Stream that shit. Run them numbers up and get it, Kyso. Let him know what you enjoyed and what you want to hear more of. But yeah, thanks for coming on Slaaap Haaapy, and
thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, sweet.
I appreciate it.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay slapping out there, and we'll see you next week on Slaaap Haaapy.
We can do it like this all day, hey, don't stop. Inhibitions run away, hey, don't stop. Let a bug hit windshield, scrape those off. My team running up big hills, they won't stop.